Hey everybody, it's Michael Golzmane here back with you once again. We've been doing these videos pretty much every day now, and it's feeling like a really interesting and good momentum. This video today is going to be a clearing that's meant for you, but you are also going to be co-creating and participating with me in a clearing that is meant to be for the collective, for all of humanity, all beings. I look at this clearing series, of which today is actually the 10th video in that series. I look at these clearings as a way of offering world service. You know, we can't always change the physical environment like we'd really like to around us or in any groups or even in our own life sometimes. But what we can do is we can connect in with spirit. Spirit is a living reality beneath and before everything and immanent in everything, including you, including in the people who might be so-called the enemies on the planet, problems, troublemakers. The presence of spirit is equally as present in all beings as it is in you or me. And what we can do, though, is we can do these clearings so that we can help awaken more of humanity. We can help clear out blocks in the collective and make it easier. Sometimes people have really lost their way. They're not even actively or consciously on a spiritual evolutionary path. They're kind of going the other direction, down towards really the other direction of greater ignorance, greater problems, being kind of more of a negative force on the planet. So we're looking to help lift everybody. And our goal with these clearings is to help create and co-create a world that works for everyone. So the theme of today's clearing is clearing for faith, hope, rekindling spiritual fire, releasing hopelessness and fatigue and despair. Sounds like something we could probably use right about now, right? So if you choose to continue, all you need to do is watch this video, and we're gonna get to the clearing now. If you choose to continue, you will receive it. You don't have to do anything other than just breathe and relax. And also, we are gonna make the intention together to send this out. We're not forcing anyone. We're not force and change, true change holistically and spiritually does not happen by forcing someone or something to change or by applying a force to it. It happens by allowing and by bringing the energy field up and by helping to create an easier time for people to uplift into this vibration. So if you'd like to do that, I just invite you to get comfortable. Don't be driving while you're listening to this clearing. Just be comfortable, seated. You can open your eyes or close your eyes, whatever feels best. I'm going to begin now activating as I sort of move my hands and tune into the energy. We're going to begin activating this field of energy that we're going to use for clearing today. So I'm just going to ask to clear all blocks to this work and to surround and protect you as you watch this video in a shield of love, light, and healing. And as we watch this video, we're going to ask for this initial infinite clearing process to take place where we can begin to clear our blocks, our surface blocks, to an awakening and an awareness of spirit as our true connection, our true nature. We first start with ourselves because we can't really, that analogy of putting on the oxygen mask, right, in the plane, you have to do yourself first before you can do others. We have to plug in and we have to connect before we can really be of service to others. So that's why we're focusing on you and me right now. And I want you to just relax, take a few breaths, and just notice anything you may be feeling already. The energy field is beginning to really grow. And I like to say in this work that I'm not necessarily doing something to you. What I'm doing is using a bunch of embedded techniques here that I have learned and developed over the course of time. And by you consenting, by watching this video, you are participating in that field with me. And fields of energy are like this. We often will feel like if we watch the news, we watch something, someone's telling us something that they're very concerned about, we often can feel ourselves getting involved with that field. But there are other fields that are maybe even more holistic, even higher, that we can get involved with. And that's what's happening here. So continue to breathe, to relax your body, and just imagine that you are feeling and being receptive to the work that we are doing here. Now, we're going to now ask to involve the entire world, to include the entire world, all beings, all humanity, and beyond in this work today. And you feel just a shift in the energy Now, I'm giving you some feedback on what I'm feeling, but part of that is also based on my experience with this work over time. Not everyone's going to feel exactly the same thing, and that's also okay. So we're asking now, within this connected space, for us and for all of humanity, for clearing around despair and global despair, pointlessness, nihilism, and collective apathy. That's one thing that sometimes problems or challenges globally, individually can do, is they can begin to wake us out of apathy. If we've kind of felt like before, like, well, what's the point? Why would I speak up? Why would I take action around this? Sometimes when things really begin to irk us, we might feel, well, wait a minute, now is my opportunity. Now I feel like something's motivating me. So we're asking here, though, that feeling of pointlessness, hopelessness, what's the point of existence? We're asking there's a very, very specific and important spiritual clearing component to that. That when we begin to resonate with spirit, God, consciousness, through the spiritual clearing and lifting that we're doing now, we can begin to feel something substantial and important. And I want you to see if you can feel that within yourself. Feel like a lift. People associate clearing work or spiritual work sometimes with an experience of joy and even of bliss. And you can feel, as we work on these frequencies and the karma behind them, you can begin to feel those qualities even, or towards those qualities. Do you see what I'm saying? Feel that in the collective. Imagine if the collective was feeling towards joy and towards bliss. How could we have wars, and how could we have so much division and oppression? We would be seeing, wait a minute, this is motivating me to be a good person. Imagine that. We still have debate, it seems like, in our world about, should we be a good people or not? Should we treat people with love or respect? I don't know why, at this point in our evolution, why we should still be having that debate, but that's where we're at. We're asking here, Spirit, to resolve hopelessness, helplessness, fatigue from feeling despair for so long. Despair fatigue, we're going to call it. Disbelief in positive change. Sometimes we develop cynicism. We're going to ask for clearing around that as well. Cynicism of like, oh, wait a minute, I've been burned before. How can you change billions of people? Well, the thing is, we're doing that actually right now in the clearing, but we don't really have to change everyone. People are often very susceptible to energy around them, to what they're being taught. We just need to begin the process, continue the process of evolution and awakening. And because this is a holistic thing that we're doing, we're not trying to convince or impress upon someone some different idea. It doesn't really matter if we have agreement in terms of our concepts. What is most important is that we're beginning to live more out of a place of love, of humility, of respect for ourselves, for our planet, for each other. We're asking here to clear blocks and to activate a rekindling of humanity's spiritual fire and vision for a luminous future, a belief and a knowing that we are in the process and we are inspiring and we are wanting this glorious future. You imagine using all of our technology that we have now for good, for collective good, with consciousness, rather than with greed, with getting what's mine and you don't get to have yours. Imagine we could do it that way. And let's just feel this kind of going out, as it were, into the collective. This is kind of like a field of prayer that we're using here. Prayer isn't forced upon someone else, but prayer can have an impact. It lifts the vibration, even if someone isn't aware that it's happening. So let's feel that now. Everything else that needs to be cleared within the collective at this moment. Remember, there's no difficulty in spirit doing that. We may be helping someone in a vastly different country than ours right in this moment. Just even a tweak or a major shift, because we are coming together in this video and we are holding that spiritual space for clearing and for awakening. Let's just hold it for a few more moments. We're asked to seal this clearing in, make it permanent, clear any wants, needs, desires, or addictions for us or anyone else or anything else to recreate or to create more similar to what we have already cleared in this or any other clearing, so that it can remain permanent. Sealing this clearing in now. We're going to now place our hands over our lower abdomen. I want to encourage you. And I'm going to ask to pull our energies back from being maybe too splayed out in the universe. And we're going to ask for, with gratitude to all of the helping beings who have been with us, even in the collective, to pull their energies back into the spiritual realms from which they've emerged, so we can be grounded, rebalanced, right here back in our body, right here back in our life right now. Take a breath into the lower abdomen. Put your mind there for a moment. This can help. The mind can often get very expanded when we're doing clearing work or any kind of spiritual process. So putting the mind into the lower abdomen, especially when our hands are there, can help us to bring that mental field back into the center of the body. This is very important. Take a few deep breaths, ground yourself. We've been doing a lot of clearing lately, so I want you to make sure that you're getting some integration work going. What does that mean? It could mean taking a physical walk after this clearing, being out in nature. Doing something physical helps to bring the energy down into the physical body. That's what we want. We don't want to be top-heavy, spacey all the time. You see that happening with people who don't know better, often in the spiritual world. They just kind of fly out and are ungrounded and can't really function in human physical life anymore, believing that that's somehow better. I don't really believe that that's the goal or it's better for most of humanity. We want to be integrated, open, available, healed, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, relationally, all those different levels in life. We want to be balanced and open at all those levels. So if you want to connect with me, post comments about this below this video, please feel free to do that. I also post a link below this video to my website, clearandconnect.com, where you can find, I offer weekly group clearings there, more than 400 past group clearings that you can download now, and also individual clearing work should you desire to do that for your specific challenges or issues. I look forward to being with you again soon, friends. Till next time, peace and blessings. Bye-bye.